What's going on, guys? This is Snoo603 and Fake Thriller from Shoosty Bang, and welcome to the first episode of our weapon comparison series for Battlefield 3. Today, we're going to look at the AN94 and the KH2002.
The AN94 is available for the Assault Kit. By default, it fires a 2-round burst at 600 rounds per minute and reloads in 2.6 seconds with a bullet chambered and 3.5 seconds when completely dry.
The KH2002 is also available for the Assault Class Kit. Its default fire mode is 3-round burst at 800 rounds per minute with a reload time of 2.9 seconds with at least one bullet chambered and 3.65 seconds when completely dry.
When we first decided we were going to do this series, I was completely convinced that the AN94 was going to be my choice between the two. And I actually settled on the KH2002, and I'll tell you why. At least for me, I noticed the AN94 fires its 2-round burst so accurately and so quickly that there's no bullet spread, and that essentially translates to no leeway when you're aiming. I know that sounds like a pretty petty gripe and something you wouldn't normally complain about, but on the console, it's tough to lock directly onto target. And the KH2002 has a little bit of bullet spread and therefore gives it a little bit of forgiveness when trying to get those long-range kills. Plus, the third bullet from the KH2002 really helps in laying people down that much quicker.
Everyone knows I've always been a big fan of the KH2002, and playing with the AN94 a little bit again, I'm going to stick with the KH2002. I definitely prefer that 3-round burst, and actually for the same reason, I prefer the overall spread compared to that dead-on accuracy of the 2-bullet burst that you get with the AN94. It is a lot more forgiving, especially when you go hip fire. It's a weapon that's for the player that's not the greatest player out there. If you have absolutely awesome accuracy, then the AN94 is the way to go. But if you need something that's a little bit more forgiving for players like myself, where your accuracy really isn't that great, then the KH2002 is much better, because you get the 3 rounds versus the 2, and with that added spread on the 3-round burst, you go crazy hip firing. It's actually probably going to help you out a little bit more. So if you miss that first initial bullet, maybe the other 2 pick them up, or at least one of the other 2. Versus AN94, you fire that first burst, you miss everything. So I prefer the KH2002 because it's an everyman's weapon. AN94 is definitely a great gun, but really is reserved for those that are exceptionally well with their aim.
I honestly think that the AN94 is one of the few weapons that has an incredible difference between the console version and the PC version. I think the PC precision with the mouse allows the AN94 just to simply excel that much more, and our decision today, or at least my decision today, has been based off of playing with console. I felt like too many times I was taking shots at people and just flat out missing, whereas with the KH2002, like we've said before, it's a little bit more forgiving. It's safe to say for the first episode, we unanimously choose the KH2002 as the better of the 2 weapons.
Yes, and maybe not necessarily better, but
more versatile.
More versatile, thank you. That's what we would like to say about it.
Alright guys, thanks for tuning in. I hope you like the series. Let us know with some feedback down below. If you would choose differently than us, then leave a comment down below and telling us why.